Today's Talk of the Town is sponsored by UK Healthcare Markey Cancer Center.
It's now time for Talk of the Town, and today we're talking about clinical trials that could be life-saving. The UK Markey Cancer Center is a nationally recognized clinical and research center. Joining us to tell us about their clinical trials in cancer is Dr. Suzanne Arnold. She's a medical oncologist and the Associate Director of Clinical Translation at the Markey Cancer Center. Welcome to the show, Dr. Arnold.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's nice to be with you.
Well, you know, we have UK right here in our backyard. There's so many wonderful things about UK Healthcare and the UK Markey Cancer Center, one of which is the clinical trials that go on there. Tell us, what is a clinical trial?
That's a really good question. So clinical trials are really the way that we make progress in cancer. Almost every medicine or medical treatment that we all receive today was the result of a positive clinical trial in the past. So clinical trials are actually really designed to try and discover new ways to treat not only cancer but other medical conditions.
And how does the center create these trials?
That's a good question too. So the Markey Cancer Center is a comprehensive NCI designated cancer center, and like you said, right in our own backyard. So we actually design our own trials. There are clinicians like me, clinician scientists, who write trials for cancer treatment, as well as partnering with the National Cancer Institute, where there are a multitude of other trials written by other centers across the country. We all join together and work cooperatively to try and create and get those trials done in larger groups. So we share expertise and patients across the country. And then we also partner with industry partners, so pharmaceutical companies, people that are creating new devices, new ways to x-ray for cancer or other diseases, and those are all trials that are done at our center.
That's fascinating. So as a patient, why would I want to participate in a clinical trial?
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit overwhelming to hear clinical trial because you think experimentation.
Right.
And that's really not what clinical trials in this day and age are about. Clinical trials are actually monitored by the FDA and by the National Institutes of Health and other regulatory bodies, both at the federal and state level, so that they can be safe for us and for our patients, and so that we know that the results of those trials are meaningful and are going to move the dial, get us closer to curing cancer, get us more prepared to cure heart disease, etc. So it's a really important part of medical care now. I think of it like one of the options in your trial portfolio might be something that could save a life. And when I'm deciding on a clinical trial or a treatment for a patient, I balance, you know, what's the best thing for this person at this point in their cancer journey? Is this going to be curative? Is this something that's a novel treatment that no one else has but our center or a few centers across the country? And is it the right time for that patient to be offered that trial? And I think one of the other important things that patients need to know is that they get to choose. Do I want to do this? Does this feel right to me? Or is it not the time that's appropriate for me? But a doctor's not going to offer a trial unless it's meant to really help you. And that's really an important message that we want to get across. Clinical trials are there to help the patient and to help the greater community.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's really good to know. So what can a patient expect? Like, what is the process?
So the way that normally you would be identified as a clinical trial participant, a potential participant, is if your doctor recognizes you're in a particular stage of your journey in cancer. Let's say you've had recurrence of a cancer, and they think this is the best choice for this person, and they're going to talk to you about it. And then you're actually going to be given an informed consent document, which is a multi-page document that outlines what's going to happen first, what's going to happen second, what's going to happen third, what are the risks and benefits, what are your other options, and who's going to be in charge of it. And you read through all of that. That consent form has been reviewed by an institutional review board, which is a group of experts who make sure that it's safe for patients and that it's in their best interest. So then once you decide to participate in a trial, you're surrounded by an entire team of research members. So people like me, clinical research nurses and associates. You're actually more likely to be followed and cared for by a bigger team when you're on a clinical trial, because you get the research team and then your regular cancer treatment team. So there's a lot more people watching out for you.
More personalized attention.
More personalized
Yeah.
attention.
You mentioned the NCI designation. Explain that a little bit.
Okay. Cancer centers are held to a pretty high standard. The National Cancer Institute is the highest body that regulates cancer treatment trials and cancer research and cancer treatment. And to become NCI designated, you have to do a lot of research, education, patient care, and you have to do it well. We get reviewed every year by an external advisory board to make sure we're following the very best standards that we can. And then every 5 years, we're reviewed by the National Cancer Institute. And if we pass that test, we become designated. So Markey was designated as a nationally recognized cancer institute in 2013, and we became comprehensive this past year. So we're really, really proud of that.
Wow.
It's a lot of work.
Well, thank you for
inspiring.
what you do. So if someone wanted to learn more or get some more information, what would you recommend?
So we have our website has directions to how to reach out to the research team. We have a nurse liaison who will help navigate how to become a clinical trial participant, but also ask your doctor and ask to be referred for clinical trials, because that's really the cutting edge and the way that the best treatments become available to patients.
Well, this is fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in, and you're just a joy and a delight, and we just really
Oh, thank you.
appreciate
Yeah.
all the hard work that not just you, but the rest of your team there at UK puts into getting us all better. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you.
multitude of people behind the scenes doing a lot of work, so we really appreciate their representation.
Of course.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Today's Talk of the Town was sponsored by UK Healthcare Markey Cancer Center.
All right, all of the information from Markey Cancer Center is up on the screen. Reach out to them if you're interested.